Tino, the Bananiac. How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it
So
going, man?
great, great. So this is Handyman Bananas with Tino, the Bananiac, prolific interviewer, and have a couple great channels. And do you just want to plug those really quick before we start?
Yeah, so my main channel is just called Bananiac, so it's kind of like bananas and maniac all put together.
Got it.
Makes sense. And my other one is called Symposium Films, and that is just my interview channel. So I've done a
Nice.
lot of interviews with medical doctors. I even have you on there, actually. I
Oh,
posted a
beautiful.
video of you the other day.
Okay.
So I have like a lot of people on there. Great channel, very informative. So
Awesome.
yeah, Bananiac and Symposium Films.
Great. So yeah, definitely please check those out, you guys, and I'll post those in the description down below. So, so Tino, today we are talking about kind of what your diet looks like and trying to get some advice from you for newbies because you've been around a lot. You've talked to a lot of different people about diet. So let's just start out with that. What does your diet currently look like?
Sure. I mean, I guess I can use a couple different words to describe it. You can call it vegan, you can call it, McDougall style, raw till fork. But basically what it is it comes down to the main four food groups, which is fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. And that's pretty much it. It's very simple. I don't even have to think of like what I'm eating. I just eat the food. It's so simple. So let's say like for a day, right? I like to start off my day with fruit. Like there's nothing better than having like a big bowl of fruit in the morning. So I'll have like maybe peaches now in the summertime, or maybe some melon, some banana smoothie, and like later on lunchtime, maybe have another fruit meal or even a starch meal. So I might do rice and beans, or maybe grab a corn tortilla and stuff it with rice and beans. I might
Absolutely.
do pasta with marinara sauce. My mom makes this awesome white bean soup. So there's so many recipes out there, and there's some good websites out there like forksoverknives.com or drmcdougall.com. So many recipes out there, and it's very simple as long as people can stick to those four healthy food groups. You can add some nuts and seeds here and there, of course, but those having those as a staple it makes it so easy, because then you just eat the food. You don't even have to think about, oh, is this healthy, or am I eating too much of this? You just eat the food. So
Nice, nice.
pretty much it.
I love that message. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, and it's healthy for you. And you're right. Like, there's so many recipes out there for free. There's no excuse these days. Like, "Oh, I don't know what to make." There's a lot of great
Definitely.
websites. Just Google it, and you'll find it. So
Definitely. And
that's great.
and if people want like pizza, like you can seriously make anything that I would normally have in my old lifestyle with like
Right.
the standard American diet, like pizza, burgers. You can have all of that. You just switch up the ingredients and make it a little bit healthier, and that's
There you
it.
go. Boom.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess I'm curious because I actually don't know how long you've been doing this way of eating, or if you want to just be really simple about it, how long have you been vegan? And
Yeah.
then also, like, what has your diet looked like throughout that process, and what kind of transitions you've actually been through?
Right. So I gave up meat February 2012, and basically every Greek is supposed to fast. We call it fasting, but you basically go vegan for 40 days before Easter.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I'd never done that before, so I did it. I went vegan. I had a little bit of dairy and eggs during that period, but there was no meat. Last time I had meat was February 2012. And then April 15th was Greek Easter, so that's when I went fully vegan after that. So my diet after that looked, I still had a little bit of oil and nuts and stuff, but I started cleaning out my diet as soon as I found out about forks over knives. And actually, when I started watching durianrider's videos on YouTube with, sending the message that you need to get those fat levels down, eating more carbohydrates, more whole plant foods, less refined foods, things like that. So I would say about 2 years on this high carb program. Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, props to Durian Rider. He was the first person that really got me inspired to try this diet out. High carbohydrate, lots of fruit, and it's been a win ever since. So props.
Definitely. Yeah, it's so easy, and it's so
Yeah.
good for you. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you're trying to be athletic, like, you want to go out for runs, or you want to go out and play soccer, even just, your daily work and responsibilities. It's so easy when you eat healthy carbohydrates and whole plant foods.
I couldn't agree more. So at this point, so you've been doing it a while. What are your current goals with the diet?
Yeah. I mean, like, I just like to keep it simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, thankfully, I'm not coming from a spot where I have to reverse any real chronic disease or anything like that. And I'm so thankful for that. So I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not too crazy about my diet as long as I can, have those healthy boundaries. But yeah, just keeping it simple so I can do the things I want to do. I want to eat enough so I have the energy to go to school and study and put in the hours, or even go out for a bike ride. I love riding my bike. Today's a really rainy day, but like when it's sunny, I like hitting the road and exploring the neighborhood. So yeah, just my goal with my diet is just to do the things I love doing and to inspire others to do the things they want to do by eating healthy plant foods.
Yeah, beautiful. So to keep that energy high enough that you can do everything you want to do in life for as long as you can possibly do it. And,
Definitely.
I think that's all of our goal too. We really have noticed that increase in energy on a plant-based diet. I mean, I certainly have, and I just want to keep rocking and rolling that until my last day. So
definitely, that's what it's all about. Just go until your late years and still be healthy, still be doing the things you love doing, being around your loved ones, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, awesome. So again, you have interviewed like probably the most people I have ever seen anyone interview in terms of this plant-based diet. So much information you've gathered and collected. So I just want to give you props for that, and ask you, out of all those people you've interviewed, who have been like you were so stoked to be interviewing these people, and what did you learn from those interviews?
Yeah. I mean, I would say like as soon as I sent that email to Dr. McDougall and he responded back within like an hour and he's like, you tell me the time and when you want to do this and we'll do it. And like, I was so stoked when I got that because it showed what kind of a person he was and like gave me the opportunity to really speak to one of my heroes that helped me change my lifestyle. So it was really nice talking to him. T. Colin Campbell, another great hero of mine. Durianrider, when I met him last year at Woodstock Fruit Festival. So many people. I actually had a really good talk with Dr. Doug Lyle. He's a psychologist, and he was featured in Forks Over Knives. I recently talked to him about some interesting stuff that I hadn't really spoken to anyone about, like such as because he's coming from an evolutionary standpoint, so it's good to hear some of the research and some of the findings. He was coming up, and we talked about I don't want to spoil anything, but these interviews will be out soon. But like how did humans evolve? Because where did they come from? What did they start eating? And how did we grow into civilizations from, let's say, small groups and families? So it was interesting talking about that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's just so many people. Just even meeting the average Joe, if you want to call it that. Like just talking to so many people and getting different insights has been a blessing and has been an honor.
Yeah, and I think that's the best thing is like to collect all this data and really get individuals' personal experiences, because we can find science to pretty much back up anything you want.
Yeah.
And but hearing it from the horse's mouth is, I think, the best way to judge. And then you take that information, you process it, and you apply it to your own life and see what works.
Definitely.
So
because I mean, like anyone can just search like a study on, let's say, Google Scholar or whatever, and talking to like the direct source of like what this person has gone through, what they've experienced, it's a completely different story. It's a completely different experience. So
yeah,
it's definitely been fun.
Nice. Props for that, man. And so the last question I've got for you is just new people coming into this diet, looking to change their way of eating to a plant-based diet. What's your advice?
Yeah. So I would just say don't stress about this too much. I mean, it can be intimidating if, say the person is coming from a standard American diet. Then you're like, well, if I give all this up, what am I going to eat? There's nothing else to eat. And it's probably foods that people aren't including in their diet. So it can be intimidating, but I would just say keep it simple. That's what it's all about. Find the recipes you love to eat and just repeat them, you know, throughout the week or 2 weeks or the month or whatnot, and just keep it simple. Don't stress about, you know, I got to combine this food with this food and I got to eat this much of this and this much. No, just eat whole plant foods. It's so easy after that. You just eat your favorite whole plant foods, whether it's potatoes, rice, corn, quinoa, bananas, dates, mangoes, figs, you know, whether it's leafy green vegetables like romaine lettuce. It's just so easy, you know, beans, lentils, and once you keep it easy, then you don't even have to think about what you're doing, and all the benefits are going to come soon after that. You know, whether you're trying to reverse something as severe as heart disease, the #1 killer, you know, it's going to happen. It's been shown with Dr. Esselstyn's work, with Dr. Dean Ornish, and many others that are coming after them. To, you know, just simply losing, you know, say 10, 15 pounds, like it's going to happen. And of course, combining it with some exercise, but not going too crazy, like, you know, keeping it comfortable and keeping it fun, just playing your favorite sports and going out with your friends and moving your body. That's pretty much it. But if you focus on the 4 healthy food groups, such as fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, with, you know, some nuts and seeds and avocados and things like that, like you're gonna do well. And it's so simple and it's so tasty and it's so healthy, you know.
Nice.
It's a win-win-win.
Absolutely. So the message is keep it simple, make it easy on yourself, don't stress. And I can't agree with that more. I mean, stress is a killer, just like meat is a killer. So I mean, you got to make the diet work for you, both physically, emotionally, and mentally.
Definitely. So, another one quick word is like, yeah, like a lot of people when they try to lose weight, they also lose their mind. Like it's about, it's not about like restricting calories or you know, like doing all this stuff. Just eat as much food as you want, and you know, have a healthy mind. You know, you're not going to feel guilty after eating potatoes, broccoli, or bananas. Like you're just not. I mean, you can look at this from a healthy standpoint. You're eating healthy foods, right? You're going to feel great. You're not going to have guilt. Or if you want to look at it even from, like, let's say environmental, you know, a mentality or even an animal rights mentality, you're not going to feel guilty because you're not doing damage to your surroundings. So it really is a win-win-win. There's not, like, this is one of the best kept secrets out there. And that's why I encourage people to just get on YouTube or whatever it is. Like, we need more people in all these different fields, whether it's a health professional field or animal rights or, you know, whether you're just doing YouTube videos, whatever, just don't be silent. You know, speak up about this in some form because this needs to get out to the public.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, totally agree with that, man. Awesome.
Definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tino, the Bananiac. Again, check out the links in the description below. And thanks, bro. High five to you.
Absolutely, man. There we go.
Take it easy, guys. We'll talk to you next time.